It's been a really slow start to 2021 video game wise. Hitman 3 released, but other than that, there's no real big games that have come out, and the rest of them have kind of been delayed. I was already excited for Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury, and it was only enhanced by the lack of releases. I spent a good few hours with it, and I think that Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury is one of the best value for money propositions in recent years. So let's break it down. For $60 or euro, you get 12 worlds of the best 2D Mario level design ever. It kind of reminds me of the recent Donkey Kong Country games in the sense that levels are all unique. One minute you're playing a typical Mario grass level, the next you're riding on the back of Plessy. And it doesn't stop there. Each level is filled to the brim with charm, and I had an absolute blast playing through them all. I bought New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe not too long ago, and I put it down after a couple of hours. It's one of the most uninspired platformers I have ever played. None of the levels stood out from one another, but 3D World was a breath of fresh air. I can remember so many levels without watching footage back. Some of my favourites include the levels with the shadow mechanics. The levels themselves aren't anything special in the way of platforming, but how it is delivered is extremely inventive. I was reminded of the Future Tense level in Crash 3 Insane Trilogy, where you had to look in the mirror to see where the boxes were. And yes, I know the Insane Trilogy released after this. I've always been a bigger fan of 3D Mario games. I just preferred how fluid Mario felt, so naturally this game is right up my alley. I would say 3D Land on the 3DS is in my top 3 Mario games ever. I rarely 100% Mario games, but there's something about 3D Land and World that just hooks me. I've spent countless hours in 3D Land collecting all the coins and touching the top of the flags. Mario's moveset is almost identical to his fully 3D counterpart, but the addition of power-ups with this moveset gives you so much more options for movement, and different movements at that. I don't think there's a better controlling character than in Mario Odyssey, but this is certainly close. Not only do you get 12 worlds of amazing Mario levels, you also get Bowser's Fury. Feck me, this mode is absolutely brilliant. If you're coming for a genuine critique of this mode, then this isn't the video for you. I just want to gush about how much fun I had. We know Mario feels great to control, and the fixed camera can sometimes mess with the fluidity. So what if we were given full 3D camera movement in an open world the size of a level in Mario Odyssey? Well, here is Bowser's Fury. There are different sections in the world. Fire, ice, grass, you get the picture. But each one can be fully explored and are filled to the brim with random objectives. Meaning you're never too far from your next cat shine. Bowser has somehow turned even more evil than he already was, and you have to team up with Bowser Jr. to bait the shite out of him. And here is where the main new mechanic is. After a while, a storm will hit and you can see Bowser's shell slowly emerging from the water. And he'll start to attack you in this giant form. If you have the correct amount of shines, you can fight him one-on-one, Godzilla versus King Kong style, or you can use his attacks to break blocks around the world to find more shines. Fighting him was pretty epic at the start, and I liked that he changed up his attack patterns as he went along, but it kind of became boring after a while. But the amount of content here for an extra mode really took me by surprise. There are 100 shines to find, and so far I have about 60 of them. You need 50 to fight Bowser for the final time, and the rest are in the post-game, which unlocks new tasks. Speaking of these tasks, the main objective is platforming sections, but littered throughout the world are other objectives that offer a good bit of variety. One minute you're fighting off a ring of enemies, the next you're on Plessy doing a time trial to get a shine. There is a handful of objectives, and they're all the same across the world, but they do enough to vary up the gameplay. I'm loving this game so far. I hope Bowser's Fury is the new direction that these 3D/2D Mario hybrid games are going for, because I feel, just like the new Super Mario Bros. Series, that a third entry that does little to reinvent itself will have a similar effect that New Super Mario Bros. 2 or U had, because both of them games were extremely bland. And I really like the 3D Land and World series, so I really hope it continues. Sorry this video took so long to come out. Just anytime I sat down to write the script, I convinced myself that I should play more so I can write a better script. Anyways, I'm going to play more Mario now, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Really appreciate you watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next video.